lots of you have in the past thought about the Vanquish and about there must be a Vanquish successor. There's no Vanquish successor. This is a different car. This is a new car, and to say it to the very beginning, this is a car which will cost in America $265,000, and it will be our new flagship car with a lot of technologies. From a historic point, it bridges the gap between the DB9, which was developed to a DBR9, to a race car, competing in GT1 races, winning Le Mans this year, and something which has the genes of the race car, but is totally usable on the road. And this is what DBS stands for. And so the DBS becomes the first Aston Martin which makes extensive use of carbon fiber in the body and in functional parts. The engine delivers more than 500 horsepower, 4.3 seconds from 0 to 100. Like the DB9 and the DBR9, the DBS use lightweight bonded aluminum structure. And something is very special because, you know, paint is very important for Aston Martin. So actually we have 9 paint layers, and we are very proud of what we do. It's all craftsmanship, it's all handcraft, it's polished between all the layers and so on. And to do this with carbon panels it's not easy, because you always can see after some time the structure of the carbon underneath coming through. We have a process, service rail process, which brings a 200 micron layer of epoxy and glass on the carbon structure, and by this we can deliver an A-class service for the paint, so you can only see from the inside that there is a carbon on it. The Pirelli P0s are specially developed for this car on 20-inch lightweight, also specially developed wheels. And then there is a dynamic stability control system which offers 3 different positions, one for a normal drive, for just what you do if you drive responsible on a public road, but it also offers a position for the ambitious driver, and as an option we have a lightweight, specially developed seat, carbon fiber, Kevlar. I think in America it's probably an after-sales solution, because it's very difficult to get this solution homologated to the standards in America. But it's a great sport seat, and it is developed from a supplier who normally supplies motorsport and the aviation industry. It's delivered by them, but it's hand trimmed by the factory in Gaydon. Starting the car is a little bit a theater for us. We do this with what we call emotion control unit, ECU. We are not used to ECU is something engine-wise, but to start this car, this is starting emotions, living emotions, and this is why we named it emotion control unit. And it's a machined, polished sapphire piece with a stainless steel base. This goes in the glass button. You know, we have invented the glass buttons as a starter button. Now we have opened this glass button so that this emotion control unit goes inside, in the middle of the glass button, and then it is one big piece of glass, and it illuminates red if it's there, and then you press this thing, and then the engine starts, and then it goes to a blue light. So it's a little bit this nice thing you want to see in an Aston Martin. Here it is now. Of course, we have to have also in such a car an iPod function, where you can put your iPod and you can control the iPod from the car, and you can read the iPod functions in the center display of the car. So if you can't drive fast, if you are on music, you can have the best what you can have today in the most variability. Our sales export account for 75% of our production, and the current sales split for 2007 is about 35% in USA. So USA will be in 2007 our strongest market, 25% in the UK, 35% in Europe, and then the rest of the world. We aim, of course, in a long term, to have Asia Pacific grown up and take 25% of our cars, so that it's balanced between Asia Pacific, America, Europe, and England. And of course, England will stay our home market and will be our first priority in